We will start with the force. Force is an agent which change the state of the body. In other words, we can say an agent which tends to produce, destroy or tends to destroy the motion. It is expressed in the Newton or kilonewton, and it is the vector quantity. Now coming to the next, what are the characteristics of the force? Now to define force completely, we should know the four characteristics of the force, starting with magnitude, direction, point of application and line of action. So we will discuss that four characteristics with the help of this example. Okay, so force of 20 Newton is acting, so that 20 Newton is magnitude. It is the intensity with which it is acting on the body. Now coming to the direction, it is acting at a 30-degree anti-clockwise with respect to positive x. Next, point of application, it is acting through point O. So point O is the point of application, and line of action is the imaginary line through which force is passing. So in this case, that imaginary line is line AB. So we can say line of action is along AB. Now next, coming to the mechanics, it is the study of forces on the body. That mechanics based on the condition of body is divided into two parts, mechanics of solids and mechanics of fluids. So mechanics of solids is again divided into two parts, mechanics of deformable bodies and mechanics of rigid bodies. Mechanics of deformable bodies is called as the strength of material, whereas mechanics of rigid bodies is called engineering mechanics. So our focus will be on this mechanics of rigid bodies. Next, coming to the second part, that is the mechanics of fluids. So fluid is a substance which can flow, or the substance which has capacity to flow, and the study of forces on such a substance will come under heading mechanics of fluids. Now next, coming to the engineering mechanics, this engineering mechanics is again divided into two parts, statics and dynamics. So statics is the study of forces on the body when body is at a rest, whereas dynamics is the study of forces on the body when body is in the motion. Now if you consider only motion for a study purpose, it will be the kinematics, and if you are going to study the motion with considering the cause of motion, that is the forces, then we will call it as a kinetics. Next part is Newton's laws of motion. We will discuss one by one. Newton's first law, which defined force. So according to Newton's first law, every body remains in a state of rest or uniform motion until acted upon it by some unbalanced force. So from this we can define the force, anything that changes the state of the body. Okay. Now next one is the Newton's second law. The rate of change of momentum is directly proportional to imposed force, and it takes place in the direction of force. Mathematically, momentum is mass into velocity, and rate of change of momentum is directly proportional to force. We know mass is constant, it will act as a constant of proportionality, and dv by dt is acceleration. So mathematically, Newton's second law is F is equal to ma. Now coming to the third law, every action there will be equal and opposite reaction. One more law, that is Newton's law of gravitation, is there, which state force of attraction between two bodies is directly proportional to product of their masses and inversely proportional to square of the distance between them. So consider the two masses m1 and m2 which are separated by distance r. So according to Newton's law of gravitation, that F is directly proportional to product of m1 m2 and inversely proportional to r square. Okay, and if you take that g, gravitational constant, that F will be equal to g into m1 m2 divided by r square.